Guess who's back? Back again. It's Mo. Mo, in another show match today, Sharif stopping by in chat said he's down to play. He actually called out Wiz. Yeah, I think he wanted to get a game with Wiz, but Wiz had maybe stepped away for a moment. So instead, he agreed to play Mo. Mo is back from a long break and ready to play some show matches. Just played a huge show match against Ocean for $100. Now, gonna play Sharif. We've thrown Sharif at all the young guns. We're throwing him at everybody. I think Sharif first played on the stream against Daniel. I think he was able to get a single game off Daniel, lost 3-1. Then we had him play Evo. I think he was also able to take a single game off Evo. I believe that ended 3-run as well. So now he's got one last youngster, or maybe two more youngsters. He wants to play Wiz as well. Let's see how he does against Mo. Mo continuing his winning streak with Zocian up to, I think, 13 now. 13 wins in a row. He didn't start with chat. Here we go. I know, I try and mix it up a little bit. I want to keep you guys guessing. If I always start with chat, here we go, then everyone is just going to stop watching. They're gonna tune in, they're going to hear the chat, here we go, and they're going to leave. Because that's what they're here for. That's all people really want, is to hear the chat, here we go. So I have to hold it back sometimes, you know? I can't always give the people what they want. Otherwise they get complacent. Sharif, a very exciting player to watch. He's had some really fun games. We were just talking about all the games he's played recently. None of which are wins just yet, but all really fun to watch him. Sharif just got a good style. There's some guys that are like that you could watch him play at any time. In fact, Sharif streams himself. You guys should go watch him. I doubt he's live right now if he was hanging out in our chat. I imagine he doesn't just hang out in our chat when he's live. But you should follow him either way. He's up 1-0 here against Mo. This is going to be a little bit harder of a test. I'm not really sure where Sharif is in the ones leaderboard. I'm not sure if he grinds the ones leaderboard anymore. He's been a top level 1v1er for a long time, and he's definitely one of the players where you don't need to see him on the leaderboard anymore to have a good idea of whether or not he's a top player. We know he is. He doesn't need to prove it anymore. Mo seems so rusty. I would hope that Mo's rusty. None of us, I mean, if Mo wasn't rusty, I would ask him what his secret account was this whole time. 3-0 for Sharif. Sharif air dribble, wow. Able to just turn his car up ever so slightly, and Mo falling for the bait at a 50. Launching that touch right into his wheels. Oh, huge touch off the wall. He actually had a chance to score that, but I'm sure he couldn't have imagined that Sharif would just barely clip the ball like that. Oh my goodness, Mo, a big miss. That was basically an open net. An OMG from himself. He knows he should have had that one. Halfway through the game, down 3-0. Sharif having to single jump to get back in the way of that ball. Oh, maintaining possession. Just like he always used to. Don't you miss him, chat? So good at making sure the possession continues in his favor, even if that means taking it back into his corner. But he's not going to be able to get a very good shot attempt from it. Nice 360 shot from Sharif. Bringing in a little bit of fancy play. The 360 wave dash. Okay, never mind. I didn't notice the wave dash on the first watch through. But a little bit of extra speed coming out of it. Able to single jump it over Mo to go up 4-0. Sharif's dominance looking clean. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Sharif has got a really good decal and color scheme right now. Mo still searching for that first bucket. I expect to see him go back to the air dribble 50s. Because he was doing those so much in the last game, and they seem to be coming right back to him. Very comfortable. Sharif able to eat alive these 50s. He has just baited Mo into poor challenges time and time again. He single jumps into that one. Got Mo to panic a little bit, and then just win out the 50. Minute 30 left to go. Sharif definitely on track to win this game number 1. gonna have to see a serious pop-off. Sharif is around ranked 51 right now, is that right? See, I don't even check, like, the people who are as good as Sharif, I don't even check the rank leaderboard. Mo's not gonna get a goose egg. He's gonna get his first minute, 17 left to get 4 more. But like, I don't need to go to the leaderboard. I know Sharif's good. Ooh, another bump play from Mo, or I shouldn't say another. I mean, another if you watch both show matches in a row. But this might be the first of his so far in this match. Great kickoff. Able to find a way to get a bucket out of it. What's going on, Viral? Wow, kickoff looking good for Mo. I love it, man. The bumper is back. A great flick to the corner. He wasn't really going to be able to accelerate it at all with another touch, so instead, he takes Sharif out of the play. You think Mo can adapt next match. What do you think about this match? Mo, a minute left to go. Trying to work his way back in. Nothing like a couple immediate kickoff goals to all of a sudden feel like you have a chance in this game number 1. Mo, huge boost advantage. Sharif pre-jumping early. Mo's probably gonna go back to the bump, you'd think, but no. Trying to switch it up. Flick it above. Maybe he doesn't want to get too predictable. Great 50 in the corner. Sharif still low on boost. Look at how patient Mo is. He's like, I'm not messing this up anymore. I've had enough of missing the net. He knows Sharif has nothing. No need to rush. So he catches it and just slowly walks it in. 37 seconds left. What felt like a blowout for Sharif for the first 4 minutes is now a really tight game. Mostly in credit to a couple great kickoffs, and it's tied. Just like that, Sharif's gonna throw a wow in the chat. He's a little surprised himself, but this is technically, you know, oh, be careful. Okay, Mo, I don't know. This a little early for that kind of reference. Sharif, 23 seconds on the clock, finally able to take control of the kickoff like he hasn't been able to for the past minute. As Mo on the goal line, the low 50 not gonna work. At least not to score. He's got possession though, and boost. This touch off the corner isn't great. Mo should be able to stick with this one. It's up high on the wall though. Sharif has to operate on 32 boost. He'll take it low, and Mo will challenge. So overtime in game number 1, and this is a win for Mo. I mean, I'm not saying Mo's gonna win, but the fact that they're in overtime is a win for Mo. This seemed like it was gonna be an easy Sharif 1-0. The problem is that when Sharif has taken control of the kickoff, Mo has not looked good. He's basically only looked good following up a 1 kickoff, which he got after his first goal 4 times in a row. But now he hasn't been able to win a kickoff in the past 2. And it seems like Sharif in the open field has been playing better. Mo into the back corner. Not the best of rolls for him. He has to come off the wall. It seems like he might have just handed over a free goal, but he gets back in time. Off the corner of the post. Mo could not get back up. Sharif will win game number 1. A well-played shot, a good save from Mo. He's operating on such little boost, and he almost gets back. A few pixels off, but Sharif will win. Game number 1 going to Sharif. What a comeback to even get to overtime for Mo. As we head to game number 2. But seeing through the goalposts, you know, I think everybody agrees that that's just better. Those used to cover your entire screen though. When the goalposts used to like literally eat up, I feel like, everything you could see, and that didn't feel right. At least that's how I remember it. The ball though, the ball is not that terribly obscuring, and just the idea of a see-through ball, I don't know, seems weird. But as soon as Rocket League would do it, in a week or so, I'd, you know, forget what it used to be like to have it be solid. Old soul, you're just a boomer. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Mo, 2 goals in a row. Kickoffs going in favor of him. Great kickoff, kind of focused game, I would argue. At least for Mo, it is. Boomer. When I made that That BTTV emote, I didn't think anybody would use it. It was just a test, and I've had to pay for it so much. Mo! Wait a second. Chad, is he back? Able to tap this one over iSharrieff. iSharrieff thought he could come in to challenge with the ball on the wall. Always a tough read to make, whether or not you can beat that player. iSharrieff trying to turn this into a kickoff win. Should be able to by collecting this ball in his own half. Interesting setup. Oh my goodness, if he didn't die. That was about to be the nuttiest shot I've ever seen. The fact that I saw the ball get over Mo, and I thought, oh my goodness, no way are we about to see the biggest clip of all time. But Mo, he had a different plan all along. He's playing Demolition Derby out here while everyone else is playing Rocket League. Mo, a long shot as he finds an opportunity to get it past iSharrieff. iSharrieff setting up a wave dash at midfield, grabbing midfield boost, thinking about when he wants to challenge, did not even realize that his net was open from that distance as Mo booms it to go up 4-0. As we all know, chat, a 4-0 lead is insurmountable. I've never seen someone in the past 6 minutes come back from a 4-0 or even 5-0 lead. iSharrieff, a high flick. Mo coming up to tap it away. Tough angle iSharrieff was looking for. Will Mo go back to his air dribbling ways off the wall? He was one of the better wall to air dribblers. What a great 50, wow. Everything is just going Mo's way. This game number 2, everything has turned up Mo. iSharrieff has all the boosts in the world and tried to maybe get a lot of wheel on that ball to kill it down and in his favor, but just didn't work out that way. Mo, another kickoff win. Another race to the side boost, won by Mo. Mo forced to use a little bit of boost here on the back wall. Cannot accept the potential fate of assisting an easy dunk for iSharrieff. Open field, early pre-jump for iSharrieff with very low boost. He actually wins it directly at the net, but he had to use everything he had just to do that. Mo, another dribble. His first touches haven't been great, but he brought that one back online. iSharrieff, though, able to save it away. iSharrieff cannot find the angle. All of a sudden, iSharrieff finally scores halfway through the game. I swear this is exactly how it went the other way. What the hell? What a fake. Oh, he thought, oh, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't even think about it that way. Wow, Chad, I'm stepping behind. Thank you for Mo for pointing it out. iSharrieff faking that back clear and then going back around the ball. Watching from Mo's perspective, it was a little bit clearer that he was faking that, but iSharrieff, huge challenge, realized he didn't have the angle, would rather take that back corner boost. Nice demo of his own. Mo doesn't have to be the only one playing the physical game. This is a really threatening dribble. iSharrieff will drop it down. Mo trying to play defense off the side wall. Just goes to show just how threatening of a dribble it was. Mo knew what he was dealing with, tried to kind of pre-jump it by going high up on the side wall. And then iSharrieff just gets a free one. Chad, I've seen this game before. I think the cars were different and the colors were a little bit different. But I really do think I've seen this game before. Did we accidentally load up a replay? 5-3, iSharrieff working his way back after an early lead for Mo. iSharrieff not taking this to a wall to air dribble, instead cutting it in field. Boy, have we been spoiled. What a shot from iSharrieff. The placement. Mo knows he's been scored on as he flips away. I'm loving this ground game. We've had a lot of aerial players. What I was about to say is watching iSharrieff roll that ball, and then cut it without going up the side wall. Our resident high-level players wouldn't dream of that. They take that air dribble every single time. And, you know, it's not necessarily the best play, but I think they are in love with the style a little bit. So it's nice to see iSharrieff cut it in field and show that you can play a nice game on the ground and score as well. Oh, nice wave dash catch. Able to chip it over iSharrieff, and iSharrieff in a little bit of panic mode on the goal line. Not gonna perfectly mirror the last game. He needed to score one more. He pre-jumped that super early, and he realized Mo was not up for it, so he didn't want to waste boost. He didn't want to go all the way up to the ball to get a touch when he didn't need to. But what he did instead was hover and wait and just tap it over to Mo. So I'm sure at the end of the day, if he could go back, he would have just wasted all the boost he had and at least cleared the ball instead of hooking Mo up with an easy pass. Mo, another wall to air from the corner. That seems to be the most noticeable change of Mo's game. He used to be automatic with those wall to air dribbles around the time we saw him play last. Right now, he hasn't really gotten a first touch that has looked good enough to turn it into anything. iSharrieff in the air, looking for a late 50, trying to get those wheels first. Both these guys low boost, 30 seconds left. iSharrieff needs to play the offensive. Mo, so good at delaying games, holding on to his lead, willing to back clear when he needs to. iSharrieff from the corner. Not a great shot attempt, not gonna be able to get past this top level defender, so Mo will be able to take game number 2. Another close one, as he will win at 7-4 as we head to game number 3. iSharrieff seemed to have lost his momentum. Well, don't forget, I mean, I guess you're talking about at the beginning of the game. Yeah, I guess since the beginning of the game, or game 1, it certainly shifted to Mo. iSharrieff did end up finishing it off. Game number 3, Mo versus iSharrieff. iSharrieff, such an exciting player to watch, but Mo as well. Isn't it great to have Mo back? Mo is Arabic. Yeah, I think so. Or, I guess all I know about Mo is that he does practice Ramadan, so I'm not sure exactly what that necessarily implies, because I have NA education. iSharrieff will score the first goal. Nice wave dash in the corner, popping it over Mo. iSharrieff lobbing one directly on net. Mo able to save it away, trying to get a dribble going with no boost. He'll wave dash it to the corner to reset, ceiling reset, has a great shot attempt. That was a great change of pace from his previous first touches. That was a great first touch, but he had lots of options to operate with. Mo's mom is from Africa, and I think Mo hasn't lived anywhere other than the US. Yeah, I think that's true. Mo has told me before what his whole situation is. I just have forgotten. iSharrieff, a nice save and a third as he also dodges the Mo demo. Greedy play from iSharrieff. Wait, Mo can't finish it. Seemed like he was gonna have an open net as iSharrieff dove into the corner to steal Mo's boost, but instead iSharrieff has actually come out on top. He's got possession in 100. Oh my goodness, if iSharrieff scores this flip reset, iSharrieff! Oh my goodness, iSharrieff is taking us for a ride. One inning around the map. Wave dashes galore and a finish with a flip reset in front of the net. That was one of the cleanest goals I've ever seen. We need some cleans in chat after that shot from iSharrieff. Oh my gosh. Mo will score a kickoff goal to counter it. And unfortunately, the devastating downside of Rocket League is this goal is equivalent in points to the goal that iSharrieff just scored. But my goodness. Kickoff in favor of iSharrieff, and he'll finish it. A couple 50s are gonna go in favor of Mo. I'm gonna do a very quick tab out. Sorry, chat. Mo, after grabbing his first in the past couple goals, will finally win another kickoff and a wave dash flip reset to get his second. Wall to air dribble Mo is maybe back. This is one of the best first touches we've seen from him in the wall. He actually had a lot of options. To be fair, the kickoff wall to air dribble, he has looked better in than the full field wall to air dribble. Basically the Daniel dribble, as we call it, very frequently. There's a wall to air dribble that gets set up from the back corner, and then a wall to air dribble that gets set up from that midfield. The midfield one for Mo hasn't looked so bad. It's the full field one that he has yet to get back under his belt like he used to. Mo passes it to himself twice off the ceiling, but can't finish off the play. He clips the post on the recovery. That should mean that iSharrieff is in a good situation. His 180 backflip actually helps him with the 50. Can he finish it? A big fake. Mo falls for it. Oh no, what a play from iSharrieff. But ultimately, not gonna work. I'm loving the style of iSharrieff, man. How could you not just love watching this guy play? Mo has some insane pre-jump challenges though on these air dribbles. I do remember that. He was up off the ceiling before iSharrieff had the twinkle in his eye of maybe going for an air dribble. Mo, very low on boost, trying to win a 50 near the net. Likely will result in a iSharrieff goal. You work with people from every country you can think of, and you've learned. And if you've learned anything, it's don't assume where someone is from or their ethnicity based on religion or skin color. Guys, we're all Rocket League cars. How am I gonna guess what anybody's ethnicity or skin color is when all they are is a Fennec or a Dominus? That's what I always say. iSharrieff given a free goal here. Mo making mistakes on the goal line, but he doesn't take it. Ooh, wow, what a nice challenge from iSharrieff early. Connecting with him right. Dude, Mo always finds a way, though. This dude is crafty on the back line. You think he's made a mistake. No, 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 no. He'll find a way to bump you, and he just... Those kind of bumps people don't go for. He used all of his boost and his flip, and he was very intentionally the whole time looking for the bump. He wasn't just trying to come back to the ball. He thought, I'm gonna bump iSharrieff to make this shot worth it from the very beginning, and you could tell he's trying to set up for it in a way that I just feel like other players frequently don't go for. This time, the wall to air dribble from the midfield. Not as great of a first touch. I've hyped him up just a little bit too much. This is a great setup though for him. iSharrieff gonna have no trouble tapping it away. Mo looking for 3 more goals in 45 seconds. He's got all the boost in the world, and iSharrieff has none of it. But it doesn't matter if he can't convert it for a goal. iSharrieff from the, or sorry, Mo from the wall needs to use his flip early to get this dribble back online, and he does exactly that. Not the best of first touches, but the correction is great, and iSharrieff kind of had a free jump and got lost a little bit on the back wall. 32 seconds left to go. iSharrieff and Mo in a very crucial game number 3. Mo hasn't lost in many moons, but but hasn't played Rocket League much in many moons either. Sharif, nice use of the single jump to dodge the potential bump, and then continuing the ball into the corner. That should have been a goal for Mo. I'm sure he believes so as well. Watching from Sharif's perspective at least, seemed like Sharif had made a mistake and the net was open, but Mo wasn't able to take it. The clock will tick down. Sharif, with a very stylish game number 3, will go up 2-1. Oh, I just saw that message from Floshy. Yeah, I'd be down to have a top French player. Are you his English-speaking friend? Yo! Just a pre-apism. $50 prize, by the way. Wait, chat. I was specifically told. Are you telling me that chat lied to me in the past? They said his name is pronounced Reed, not Ryad. Of course, I've always said Ryad. I think you look at it, at least as an English speaker, you look at it and you say Ryad. I was told specifically it's Reed. Pre-apism, dude. Pre-apism has absolutely been hooking up the prize pools lately. Mo and Sharif playing for $50 now. Mo, this might have been one of the first times that Mo wasn't looking for the demo. I think he maybe just wanted the midfield boost. Normally, I would never discredit Mo for a demolition. He does look for them at every occasion. Huge launch at the backboard. Sharif can tap it away. Sharif operating at 100 boosts, but unable to use it to make any sort of takeaway. He's able to steal this midfield with that soft touch to Mo. Felt like he needed to make some kind of play, having to recover to get back in front of Mo. Mo up 2-0. Sorry, reading chat a little bit. Thinking about potential next match. Long shot for Mo. 3-0. $50 prize. My goodness, just a pre-apism is goated. Chat, you guys are making me have to find like a Feer PayPal. Like right now, I just use my PayPal, and there's so many awesome prize pool donations and so much like money you can transfer to players. I'm like, I need to separate this. It's amazing. It's the best problem to have in the world. And I thank you guys for it. Sharif, his musty setup will go in. We watched that from Mo's perspective. Seemed like Mo was in position, but a little bit extra speed. He didn't expect 96 km/h. Yeah, that's a nice scoop. Oh, good kickoff win. Sharif can't get there. 4-1. Re-add. All right, we'll look it up after Euros. Is this Mo's second game? Yes, this is Mo's second game of the night. Mo, flip reset. There we go. Some more wall-to-air dribble magic from Mo. Sharif, oh no, not able to grab that back corner. He likely would have been able to have a save. It seemed like he had at least a decent chance of making a read on that one. When he missed the back corner boost, he had sealed his fate. Man, Mo on quite a run. Finally stopped. Was not far away from continuing that kickoff run with a 6th right there. Sharif, his dribble taken away from him. Could not convert it to a low 50 in time. Sharif keeping the pressure on right now, though. Does not want to let Mo get back in rhythm. Huge pinch for Mo. Should be a free dribble for Sharif. Mo is absolutely hounding this ball. Both of them are right now. Neither of them want to leave it. Too much faith in the other to score when given space. A lot of open space here for Sharif. Nice goal for Sharif. Mo almost got this pre-flip back to the ball. He's operating on zero boost. He accidentally passes it to Sharif. Dude, wow, I think there's at least some sparks for potentially touching the ball or Sharif there with that pre-flip. Mo launching one from the corner. Not able to get back to it in time. He's got Sharif low on boost. Sharif taking a trip to pads whenever he can, but good placement from Mo. Forcing the full recovery from Sharif. Trying to do that on just a single pad is going to be hard to do. (6-2). Mo down 2-1 in the series. Trying to force a game number 5. Trying to keep his streak alive. Somewhere around the 12 or 13 game winning streak. Only topped by the current winning streak for Daniel. Daniel's winning streak getting put to the biggest possible test we can find this Saturday. Mo somewhat missing an open net, but doesn't need it. A minute left to go and a 5-goal lead. This is definitely when we start to see the possession Mo, who doesn't necessarily look for shot attempts anymore. Usually he's able to get away with it. Sharif, air dribble from midfield, not gonna work. Mo playing a variety of people in the process of getting such a big streak going. I think Evo, Mo, and Daniel all have some of the biggest active streaks right now. Chronic, I believe. Oh no, he doesn't. You'd think he would, but technically he has that whiz loss that cut in between them. But he has a lot of recent wins. Unfortunately, just not a full streak because he does have that loss to Wiz. Oh wait, Evo doesn't have a streak. He just lost. He just lost to Wiz. I take that back. He had a streak when he played Wiz, I'm sure. But it's gone now. Wiz beating Evo in a sweep a couple days ago. 33 seconds, not impossible for Sharif to get a couple more goals. But can sometimes feel that way against crafty Mo. Ooh, Mo got cheeky. He waited a second here, trying to bait Sharif in. He thought, I could just bait him in and then one outplay and I win the game. So if I play this a little bit slow, then I can take it away and secure it. But instead, Sharif just hovered around outside the net, took the free pass. 20 seconds left to go. Can Sharif do it? Probably not now. Evo was on a 7-match win streak before losing to Wiz. Get RJC here? Yeah, I can't just get RJC. He lost to Daniel after that? No, I don't think so yet. I think since the last Daniel loss, he went on like a pretty big streak. So yeah, there's maybe not very many streaks right now. I think Daniel's 19 or 20 streak, and then Mo's 13, and then I think it's 13. 13, maybe 14. Own goal for Mo. 8-6. Game 5, chat. Game 5. Hypes in the chat. Can Sharif do it? Can Sharif end the Mo streak? Or will he continue his dominance? Mo versus Sharif. Mo versus Sharif. Game number 5. Get your game 5 hypes in the chat. I muted my mic. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed some uncasted Rocket League. Oh, that's funny. What a flip reset by Daniel. Hey, who doesn't like some 1v1 without much chatting? Guys, I didn't say anything interesting. Trust me. Why am I listening to a silent stream? Sorry, chat. Sorry, chat. The funny thing is, whatever, I won't get into it. The point is, we got a good game and Sharif is up 3-0. 3 minutes left to go. Mo gonna get his first goal. Feer doesn't look at chat confirmed. No, I do. On the YouTube edit, just talk over it. We'll see. We'll see what I do. No, yeah. Oh gosh. I muted the mic for no reason. I muted it, I'll explain later. Sharieff up 3-1. All right, shake it off, chat. Get our heads back in the game. This is all just practice for our big weekend, right? We're ready. We'll mute the mic as much as we can. Mo, on a dribble back to his own half, has Sharieff coming to challenge him and take it away from him. Seemed like for a second playing on opposite ends of the field. Nice brief flip from Mo to take that corner boost, and he can get back just in time, using the ground to help pinch that one away. He has not been able to get a clean shot attempt in a long time. Another great save, but good defense is not going to do it alone. He needs to get some offense. The shot off the wall is not there, and Sharieff is able to get back in time for the continuation. Sharieff needs to be able to tap that one away, and he does. Mo! A second. Imagine Feer has his mic muted for the whole stream this weekend. Oh my gosh. Chat didn't help me out there. That would be partially you guys' fault. Sharieff up 3-2. Taking his kickoff to the ceiling. Bringing it back down to the ground. And we haven't seen him go for flip reset shots in the air much. He does seem to prefer the wave dash flick game on the ground, even when he starts the dribble in the air. Nice fake from Mo. Sharieff trying to play quick. I'm not sure Mo was necessarily going to fake that or if it just worked out for him. Sharieff just trying to play fast. Did not pre-flip into the way. Minute left to go, tie game. Mo on the kickoff. Crossbar and out, has not been able to convert on the past few kickoffs in his favor. And Sharieff can't hit either on the counterattack as he misses inside the near post. Pre-flip to tap this one away. Sharieff slamming this off the ceiling. That seemed like such a risky play. But Mo did not see an angle to shoot to punish. 30 seconds on the clock. Mo on his own backboard. He only has 12 boosts. How is he going to clear this one? He finds his way. Cuts underneath the ball, but now he's in a really tough spot. 0 boost. Sharieff wins the 50 and a fourth. Yeah, you could just tell Mo is in a tough spot with that ball rolling in front of the net and how little boost he had. Sharieff just needed to continue to put the pressure. The moment was going to come when he could strike and take it away. Sharieff 1-2 from the backboard. Mo gets the save, but he cannot continue it. 5-3 in favor of Sharieff. Sharieff looking to take down this big streak of Mo's, welcoming him back to Rocket League in huge fashion. Sharieff 10 seconds to keep Mo out of the net. Mo, the bump, the classic Mo play, and he gets a fourth. 2 seconds left on the clock. Mo could do it in theory. We have not seen Mo go for as many air dribble bumps in this series as I feel like we normally see from him. 2 seconds, a diagonal kickoff. This is so frequently faked. So frequently, wait, what's going on? Sharrieff, he did something so special. Oh my goodness, Mo couldn't convert. Oh, Sharrieff, what kickoff was that? All he needed was a regular kickoff, I would have thought. Maybe he got up above it to try and make sure it didn't pinch to the wall and out to midfield high. Sometimes that happens on those diagonal kickoffs. But man, that looked about as good as it could for Mo. But ultimately, Sharrieff's gonna win. $50 prize pool to Sharrieff. Mo's streak ends. GG's. What a good one.